These days, you can order food online by using your finger, That finger what you've been used last time for unlocking your phone, obviously. I grabbed my phone, opened one of those food delivery apps, and first thing what I saw was an ad. Are you hungry? I said, uh-huh. What you would like to eat tonight? Pizza, burger, pasta, noodles. And I said something like, meh, I don't know. After a while, it's a time for the next episode of Creative Space Podcast, place where I will be talking on interesting topic every time. In today's episode, food and movies. My name is Pete, and you are listening to this podcast in your favorite app. Right, because I would like to be more interactive with you, my audience. Go and follow this podcast on Instagram at Creative Space Podcast. And if you would like to see me as well, then don't forget to follow me as well on Instagram and Twitter at petekcs. So, after an opening, let's start to talking about one of the most important parts of our life, food. Yes, of course. The food is not only one. We have here love, money, health, and food. But without food, you can't have a laugh. And without money, you can't buy the food. And without food, you can't be healthy. So, food is an important part in our life. And now, for real. Me personally, I can't start a day without breakfast. I know. Some of the people can't eat in the morning, but I just can't be without scrambled eggs with spinach, cheese, veggie, and cup of tea with milk and cookies. Delicious, big round shaped, hard cookie with choco chips. Yup, breakfast is the best. After the breakfast, my favorite part of the day is dinner. Personally, I like to cook my food, but some of the food is best to just order. And I'm so happy to live in these days where you can just grab your phone and through delivery app just order it. Here where I'm living now, you can order food from hundreds of restaurants around. And few days ago I ordered pho. If you don't know what pho is, then pho is an Vietnamese soup with noodles, veggie and meat. It can be with chicken, beef or pork meat. And because I never ordered pho before, I was a little bit surprised when soup arrived. For better picture, it came in small bucket with veggie in bag. So, why I was so surprised? Well, that bucket was split. So, in the bottom of the bucket was soup and on the top was noodles. And because I didn't know soup is below, I put all veggie on the top and started eating. After a second, I started to ask myself, where is my soup? And then I found it. So, after this embarrassing story of my life, let's go to my favorite food of all the time, pizza. Yup, that delicious rounded shaped dough with sauce, cheese, ham, pepperoni, or meat. I love it. By the way, my favorite one is... Good question. I love all of them. And pizza is best at the weekend. That time when I don't need to go anywhere. I can stay in bed, order a pizza, and just watch some movies. But here's coming that hard decision. What I will be watching. YouTube, Netflix, or something online. Usually I'm spending more time scrolling in YouTube or Netflix than ordering pizza. Most of the time, I'm ending up with continue watching on Netflix. My favorite show for now is Narcos. I mean, all the series. And well, I learned some words as well as Hola muchachos, ¿cómo está? Or vámonos, right? Another embarrassing moment in this show. So let's move on, shall we? Right, but now for real. Put the feet on the ground and stop dreaming about my perfect Spanish. Because on 4th July 2019, Netflix will be releasing the new season of Stranger Things. Third season in a row. To be honest here, according the new trailer, it will be awesome. And I can't wait. I remember when I saw the first season. I mean, who can't remember? For rest of you who didn't seen it yet, spoiler alert, that scene where Eleven just flipped the car in the air just by her own mind. Or when she went to the shop and just grabbed boxes of Eggo's waffles. Yup, I think I will be stay in my bed that day and just eat pizza. But let's talk more about Netflix series. By the way, did you realize we are living in the era where word as TV series is not related anymore? Basically, we're just using words like Netflix series, YouTube series, or just movie. I mean, you can still find a TV series in real TV. I mean, TV is still a thing, but most of us, anyway, are consuming online content. But back to the theme. I just saw a trailer on second season of Dark, which is German Netflix series about time traveling and stuff, where when you're trying to change the past, you're changing future as well. Actually, this series telling you don't mess the time. What is already happened has to stay how it is. I saw the first season 2 years ago, and it was my first non-English Netflix series in very bad English dubbing. And I think from that moment I decided to just watching non-English stuff in the original language with subtitles. My second series I'd like to talk about here is Undercover. And again, it's Netflix series. I just saw the trailer on it, but the series is located on Belgium-Netherlands border and the whole series is in Dutch. For those out there who knows me, I lived in Netherlands for a while and I can't wait to see it. The series is about Ferry Bowman, one of the largest ecstasy producer in the world. So very similar to Narcos. King of the drugs with two faces and group of police officers who wants to catch him. Last series what I'd like to mention here is Chernobyl from HBO. It's a TV show about Chernobyl disaster, nuclear accident from 1986. At number 4 nuclear reactor in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, near to the city of Pripyat. TV show is showing what caused the accident, how it was treated by political officials in those days, what were the consequences for the citizens of Pripyat and how they cleaned the place after this nuclear accident, which has been rated as INES 7, Major Incident, which stands for International Nuclear Event Scale, INES. Personally, I already seen this series and I was amazed by the accident what happened there, how it was treated by officials and what those people did for us, for the future us, basically. Right, for those who are listening Creative Space podcast on regular base, you should notice something. Today's episode has been little bit different than usual. Reason behind it is because I'm a huge fan of stand-up comedy. And by this episode, I wanted to try to create something new. Putting together podcast, stand-up comedy, and one-man show. I hope so. I did it right and you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed today's episode and would like to hear more, you can find this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud as Creative Space Podcast. Or all episodes are available now on petekcs.com as well. So, with these words, it's a time to say goodbye.